Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 9:14 p.m. I'm getting ready to go over to Tanya Jean's house for a fountain pop. And I'm putting a stamp on this bill. Yes, I do still mail some bills, not all of them. I do most of my stuff online. I can't see with these readers. There's a couple bills that I mail. One is for like my HOA things because they charge us like $20 or $22 or something to like pay online. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have to pay $22 on top of my extremely expensive HOA fees. So I'm like, you can forget that. So anyway, I have lost, here's one of my masks I bought, this blue mask. I have lost my new Sol de Janeiro lip balm that I bought. I cannot find it anywhere, you guys. I've looked under my chair that I film in. I've looked everywhere for it. Oh, here's a gray mask that I have. Gloves. I don't really use those anymore, but I have a black mask, which is what I usually wear, and then I have this one in here. And then I need to put my stamps back in my little thing here. Okay, don't need that anymore. You guys, this is something like my mom used to do. She would like put the envelope down there so she would remember. Now watch, I'll forget to mail it, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't need to be there right away. Okay, oh, here's my other mask. I'll put this on top because I'll use this. So I just changed out purses. You guys know I'm obsessed with like mini backpacks and fanny packs. Well, I've been really trying to use them because like I buy them and then sometimes I don't use them, and oh, that little North Face backpack has like just come in so handy in the last week. Like especially just like moving around in the house when I couldn't really walk, because now I can walk. I can walk and kind of move around for like half an hour, and then I need to sit and like rest my leg a little bit. I was just like, okay, so I'll tell you about this in a second what I was doing, but I've been moving from like the kitchen to the outside patio, the back patio, and I came in the kitchen and I rounded the corner and I've got these sandals on, these gray, like, I love this color of the Birkenstocks, but my foot slid over the back edge of it and I like twisted my ankle, like not to the point where like I hurt it, but like I like fell into like the door, the pantry door, like I grabbed it, and Alex was like, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like upstairs watching it. He's like finishing that show Younger. He's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, and I'm like, I'm fine, babe. And he was like, can you just please sit in one space while you're doing your work? That was Melissa texting me. So anyway, I was like, yeah, babe, I'm just sitting outside. And I'll tell you why I was like moving inside and out in a second. But I changed my fanny pack to this North Face one, which I absolutely love. This would be a great one to like travel with. So it has these two front pockets, and it fits, my wallet fits perfectly. You can see right here in the front pocket. And then in this pocket over here, what's in my bag. I used to love those what's in my bag videos back. See, nobody does anything fun on YouTube anymore. I used to love those what's in my bag videos. Over here I keep a battery. And then inside it's got like these little slouch areas in here where you can like put stuff. And then it has like a zipped pocket. Now in the zipped pocket I'm putting my reading glasses, because I'm finding that I need my reading glasses like everywhere that I go, and I don't want them to get hurt. So it goes into this like little zippered area back here. But if I traveled, I'd probably put cash in my wallet in there. And then somebody sent me these, oh, I need my reading glasses. Somebody sent me 4 masks, and they say Indy on them, like I-N-D-Y, like Indianapolis, Indy. So I wanted to see what this said on here. I don't know. I've seen people wearing these masks, but I don't know anything about it. Oh, it's not like, that's all in Spanish on that side. Dear Indy resident, oh, as the local economy reopens and more of our neighbors venture back into public places, face coverings are necessary to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Whenever you are in public or confined spaces, please remember to wear a face covering and continue to encourage your family, neighbors, and friends to do the same. To learn more about, oh, I wonder if they just like send them to us. We are in this together. Thank you for doing your part. I wonder if they just sent those to us like for free. Well, anyway, I'm gonna keep 2 and give Tanya 2. That was really nice. So that's what I have in there. And then, I guess I can put my glasses back in here now. I'm drinking tonight the LaCroix Pinot Fraise, which is like strawberry coconut, or strawberry pineapple. It's good. I like these cans, except for that, the taller ones. They're the same amount of liquid because Sarah and I compared them at the pool the other day. But the problem is they kind of look like a White Claw or something like that. I'm always weird about anything like that. And then my Aleve is in here. And then I have the Laneige Lip Balm. And then I have this Extreme, I think El Leary sent me this Extreme Lip Plumper that I've been using in my videos. And then I have Re-Wetting Drops for my contacts. And then I have a pen. Where did I get this pen? I don't even know. The pen. And then, who was texting me? I'm like in this major group text now. And then now I also have like the most weathered, worn pack of gum in the entire world. And then I have this lip balm, the Chubby Chap Cucumber Melon, which is like my favorite of the summer. I don't have any lip gloss in here. I can't believe it. Oh, no, I do. Oh, I have reading glasses in here. I wondered where my other pair went. And then I have this little microphone one called Lyric Lip Gloss. I'll put that in there. And then, oh, and then I have my hand sanitizer, which this is the Bath & Body Works one, pumpkin cucumber, or pumpkin, yeah, pumpkin cucumber, pumpkin cupcake. So that's what I have in my bag. Put all of that back in there. Tanya will be so excited. She gets so excited for little gifts that I give her and things like that. Anyway, okay. I'll put this back in there in case she gets that one. Let me just tell you, oh, that one already has one in there, a little insert. I'll just, which one doesn't have the insert in it? This one. I've had such a great day today. First of all, I woke up this morning. You know, it's been taking me like an hour and a half to kind of feel good. And I got rest last night. We were supposed to go to brunch with Sarah and another couple, and Sarah didn't feel great, and the other couple canceled. So we ended up, let me text Tanya and tell her I'll be there in 20. Melissa's arranging a birthday dinner for her husband, Jason. So anyway, we got to figure out like what haunted places we're going to go to. So Alex and I just ended up going to brunch today by ourselves, which was really nice, but it didn't take me as long to get up and feel better today. I'm probably, you guys, I'm going to do another short vlog tonight. I'm sorry, it's just like, I just filmed like 3 videos back to back and watched them back to back, and I got real emotional in this one that I did about my Peterisms. I don't know, I always say it'll be short and then it ends up not being super short, but I don't know how long it'll be, we'll see. But anyway, so got up and we went to brunch, and I had, oh my god, the omelet that I had was so fantastic. So fantastic and fabulous. I get the California Dreamer, which like, it usually has jalapenos in it and it's real spicy, but they don't have jalapenos right now, so they're like on a limited menu. If you've gone out to eat, like if you're like in a place like us, like Indianapolis, I think we're not like 100% back that you can be full, but like it's like 75%, but it's like every 3rd table. We sat outside anyway. But it's a limited menu. So like for all the salads, there's like only 2 salads you can get. Omelets, there's only 2 omelets instead of, you know, like 10 omelets that you can get, or 5 omelets, whatever. So no, they have like 10 omelets there, and you can't make your own and stuff like that. But anyway, they're so kind to me there because we've been coming forever, and they're just so I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but so they make it for me anyway. Because I asked the other day, I was like, is it going to come back anytime? She's like, we can make it for you. That was like, my God, I can see those people's TV from here, and this is literally like a city block away. Their TV is like the whole wall of their house is ginormous. Anyway, Alex would love that. Do you remember how small TVs were back in the day? And they'd be so heavy because they'd have that back thing to them and everything. But anyway, so we went to brunch, and I had the omelet. Group text. Alex had the Cuban breakfast with a bowl of tomato artichoke soup, and it was so humid sitting outside. I felt really bad for the servers today because you could just tell they were like so worn out. And actually, their hours are extended now. It used to be that they closed at like 2. When we went, they're open from like 6 to 3 regularly, but like since they reopened after COVID, they're only open till 2, so we have been going earlier. But today we were there, like we got there at like, I don't know, like 1:30, 1:20 or something like that, and we thought they closed at 2, and she was like, no, they're back to closing at 3. So, we did that. My omelet was so delicious. I had cinnamon toast and potatoes, and I didn't finish it, so I brought it home. I'm only trying to eat like when I'm hungry, so like if I'm not super hungry, I don't like finish my meal. I just like bring it home or whatever, and I'll eat it later, and I just wasn't. So I was like, because you know, sometimes like when I go, like I'm like, I love food so much, and I'll just like gorge myself on it and just like keep on eating when I shouldn't, you know. And I'm trying not to do that. So, and I had blueberry coffee too. I've also had quite a bit of coffee tonight, which is why I'm like, I know Tanya will get in the car and she'll be like, have you had some coffee? And I'm like, yes, I have. But anyway, we were talking at brunch today, and Alex was telling me that Indianapolis is supposedly moving back phases because of like our cases have increased so much. So we're like on phase 4, I think we're on phase 5 right now. I don't even know. But we're at the point where like everything is almost like totally reopened. But you have to wear a mask everywhere, obviously. I think that's a statewide thing now. I think the governor passed it. It's a statewide thing. You know what's interesting is that like I always see like Perez Hilton. If you want to see all of these people that like refuse to wear masks, follow Perez Hilton on Twitter. He's constantly posting videos of people that are like yelling and screaming in stores and stuff. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And so anyway, I don't know, but like I haven't witnessed that anywhere. Like somebody be like adamant, like I'm not wearing a mask. I've never seen that anywhere. But anyway, Alex said that they're supposed to announce it sometime next week, which is really interesting because the schools start again this week. Like our nephews, I think, start this week, Alex. I thought they started last week, but today he said I think they start next week. And I was like, oh, okay. So they're going to start the schools, and then they're going to move us back to supposedly phase 2. Alex said he just heard this through the grapevine that we're like moving back to when they started to reopen stuff, which I don't know what that really means. It doesn't really affect me a whole lot because I don't really do anything anyway, you know, but well, I guess it would maybe affect like me going to the pool, but that's like a luxury deal anyway, right? So, so we came home, and I started making videos. I made a drama video, and then I made, we went to, I know what we did. We went to Ulta afterwards because I really just wanted to go in there and get some like body butter or lotion that smelled like coconut because I really like the coconut smell of like the Sol de Janeiro, but it's $45. But I will tell you, last night, I think I said this in here last night, I used the shampoo. I mean, it smells like it is really like a great product, a great brand, because the shampoo and conditioner just made my hair like so full and I could smell it all night long. And the lotion is so fantastic, and I did use the lotion over my whole body except for my face because it's really thick and kind of like, lotion's I wouldn't say it's greasy, Oh, you know what? Last night I used the Bum Bum butter, actually, because I still have the sample and I hadn't used that. And I liked it just as much. I'll see how long it lasts. I think $45 is so expensive for a lotion, but so we went into Ulta and I bought a bunch of stuff, and then I came home, and then he wanted to watch his show Younger, so he went upstairs and he goes, I'm gonna watch it on my computer. So I just assumed he was up there watching his computer with his headphones on, or his AirPods in, or what, headphone. He has big headphones he wears. So I filmed my haul, and then I filmed my drama video like back to back. And I walked upstairs and he was asleep. He had fallen asleep. He kind of likes taking an afternoon nap after brunch on Sundays. It's cute. It reminds me of, like, my dad used to do that when I was a little kid. And I was gonna do the book club today, but I really thought I couldn't sit in a chair for an hour. I probably, in retrospect, could have done it, and I finished the book and everything like that, but I just didn't know how I was gonna feel, in all honesty. You know, so I feel bad for canceling it because I probably could have done it, but anyway, I just had such a great day. And then I filmed this Peterisms video, and it was so weird because I started talking about gratitude. Well, I started talking about meditating, like meditation, as my sponsor and I talked about it last night a lot, and like just being in silence, you know, by yourself and just listening to what's in your head. And like kind of listening to the, like, if you're not a spiritual person, this won't mean anything to you, but kind of listening to the voice of God, or having like conscious conversation with God, you know, and just listening. And so I started making this video, and then that turned into talking about gratitude, and then it turned into me talking about like when I was really early in sobriety, and like all these things that my dad had done for me, and all this kind of stuff about like buying me like all this food from my refrigerator. I got so emotional in this video thinking about it, you know. It's like, you know, I look back on that life, and it was like I called the video just a cup of coffee, because a cup of coffee at that point, like going to a meeting and having a cup of coffee, like equated hope to me. Or having a coffee maker that worked, because my other coffee maker was like burnt up, and my dad bought me a new one. Like having a coffee maker that worked, you know, and making coffee and having a pot of coffee in my house, like that equaled hope to me. Like I was a real human being. Like I could be respected because I could take a shower, and I could wash my hair, and I could comb my hair, and I could wear a clean shirt because I knew how to do, it wasn't that I knew how to do laundry, it was that I could do laundry. You know, I was taking care of business other than just getting like fried left and right, just using drugs and drinking all the time and being consumed in this really sad state where I was just destroying myself, where I wasn't taking care of myself, you know. Some days I wouldn't shower or brush my teeth. I mean, I just didn't take care of myself, you know. And I mean, and especially towards the end, I would say, like the last 2 months maybe. And, you know, just like I would be in bed, like smoking, and I had this big ashtray, so it was like this big, and I would be like smoking, you know, drinking in bed, like having a beer to one side, and I would just like spill the beer all over me, or, you know, like have a long ash that went over, and I just like smooth it over my, like, you know, comforter and be like, oh, whatever, you know. And it just was, I look at that, and it's just so gross, like how I lived, you know, like how did I live in that? Well, I lived in that because I didn't care, and I had no self-respect. And so, you know, when I would get up in the morning and I would take a shower and I would put on my bathrobe, or one of the things I used to do when I first got sober is, you know, I'd come home from a meeting, I'd be home at like 10 or, you know, 10 o'clock at night or whatever, because, you know, afterwards we'd sometimes go get something to eat. I never had any money, and so people would buy me a cheeseburger. You know, I talked about that in my video, like the power of a cheeseburger. Like, when you don't have a meal and somebody buys you that, like, that's why I talk a lot about just doing things for people and not telling anybody that you did it. If I told you how many people, and I said in my video today, like I have and I said it just to explain that I have the opportunity to give back today. Like, I'll tell you right now, if you take a newcomer, like a newcomer, and you take them out to eat, like after a meeting, and there's 10 people that are, you know, just gone to the meeting, that newcomer will not pay for their meal. But everybody's scrabbling to try to pay for it, because everybody did that for us. You know, when we first came in, everybody gave us rides, everybody bought us cigarettes or gave us cigarettes, you know, everybody bought us meals and, you know, gave us their books and took care of us. And, you know, So I would come home from going to meetings and I would take a shower and I would put on my pajamas. You know, I had like cotton pajamas or flannel pajamas, like, you know, shirt and the bottoms. I was thin then. And, you know, I'd put on like a robe and then I'd make a pot of coffee and I'd sit down and I'd read a book, or, you know, like I would watch a movie, and I was a human being, you know? I was taking care of myself again. I mean, not financially because my dad was then, but I was a human being that could like actually like care about how I was taking care of myself, you know? You know, and I was looking back at that, and I said something about that's what a halfway house is saying. When I watched it back, I thought, oh, people are going to misunderstand and think I was saying that I was in a halfway house. No, what I was saying, because I wasn't in a halfway house, that was the one thing I was really resistant to doing, and my dad and my doctor really wanted me to go into a halfway house. I was like, I'm not going in no halfway house, you know? But now, in retrospect, I've had so many friends that did, and they loved it. You can get high in a halfway house, and you can stay sober in a halfway house. I've known people that have done both, so... because people are always like, oh, halfway houses, there's so much drugs and alcohol. Well, yeah, but you can find that in the real world too, you know? But what I said in my video was, like, I didn't have to work for my first 4 months because my dad was, like, paying bills and he was helping me do that. But when I started working 4 months later, my dad stopped paying my bills. Like, he, like, helped me out a little bit, but, like, I was taking care of that was such a new, weird feeling to me. But like what I said in my video was like, that's the power of a halfway house today. Like if you can go into a halfway house, and like in Indiana, we have this thing called Recovery Works. And so like, a lot of people get this insurance. It's called Recovery Works. I think it's for a lot of people that are like on probation and stuff like that, or been incarcerated. And then they like, it pays for their entire housing in a halfway house. So all they literally have to worry about, because like a lot of these halfway houses in Indianapolis, they pay, like you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. You have a house that you live in. You know, you have meetings there. I mean, you can just stay there, and then like they require you to get a job, and you start learning to get back up on your feet. Like there are halfway houses that are just so fantastic. You know, I wish I had done that in retrospect, but you know, I was able to have an apartment that my dad was paying for the rent, and he was putting food in my refrigerator, and I had things I had to do, and I had to check in all the time with my dad, and, you know, all this kind of, my aftercare counselor, my therapist, and sponsor, and all this kind of stuff. And, I don't know, like, I just... I got done with that video, and I so remembered what it was like, you know, in early sobriety, and how much just like making a pot of coffee meant to me, you know, like, and I don't know, maybe it reminded me of like when I was a little kid on like a Sunday, you know, my mom would go upstairs at like 7 and put on her nightgown and robe, and she would come downstairs and, you know, make a pot of coffee, and then we would like watch TV or a movie or something together. Maybe it reminded me of that, but coffee was just such a sentiment of early sobriety to me. And so I got done filming that video, and I went inside and I lit like 6 candles, and I put candle waxes in the, I mean, it smelled like fall in our house because I had like the s'mores candle, and then I had like this birthday cake candle, and then I had like cinnamon chai wax melts in the thing, and all these people walking outside. And then I had you know, and then I went in and I was like, I'm gonna make coffee in this percolator that Alex got me for my birthday, because I hadn't made it in there yet, you know. And I was really excited about it. I had to look it up online. Like I had to watch a video that did a review of my percolator, because I didn't remember how to do it and how many scoops to put in and all this kind of stuff. So I actually watched 2 videos. Well, the second one was not of the same kind of percolator, but it was the same concept, so I had to watch it. But the first one was my exact same brand. I had like Hamilton Beach one. They're like 40, 50 bucks, 30 bucks. I don't know. You can get them at Walmart. It's just a percolator, but I think it makes coffee so much better. And it reminded me of when I was a kid. So I made that pot of coffee, and then I sat outside and I like watched my videos back, and my neighbor was checking her tomatoes. Laura was checking her tomatoes, and I said, those tomatoes sure look good. And she was laughing. My other neighbor came out and brought out his puppy and was walking him, and I was talking to him, you know, and just was so peaceful and serene tonight. I told Alex, I said, I just feel so good right now. Like, I feel so content, you know? I feel so good. And just so homey. I think that's the thing, you know? And like, I look back on who I was before I got sober. You know, not like the 6 to 10 years before, but maybe just like the year before, when my life just looked like it was just completely falling apart. I look at that. I mean, my life was falling apart way before that, but I'm talking about, reminds me of that movie, Teresa Russell. She plays this great part. She's a, what is it she's hooked on in the movie? Opium. In the movie, The Razor's Edge. Have you ever seen that movie? It was one of my mom's favorite movies with Bill Murray. Where did I put the, oh, it was like, it's the Somerset Monn book, M-A-U-G-H-N, not like my name. But anyway, so her name is Sophie in the book, and she's like a friend of all of theirs, but she's also Bill Murray's love interest. And they're like in the back of this car going to this funeral, and her friend, she's like, this woman is just like a total bee, you know? And she's like, she's always been jealous of her because Bill Murray's in love with her and has never been in love with her. But anyway, I just forgot there was this one line when he looks at her and she says, I'm never gonna see you again, are you? Am I? It's such a great movie. God, why am I so emotional tonight? I don't know, like, I feel like my sponsor just like hit a water balloon with it. I felt so spiritual and so full of peace and love today. But anyway, I think she felt like, I feel like she hit a water balloon with like, you know, a pen, you know, like, and like rushing out water slowly or something. But anyway, there's a line in there and she says, I'm never gonna see you again, am I? And he goes, I just don't know. But anyway, the line with Sophie is she's in the back of this car. She starts saying something, I can't remember. Teresa Russell, she's so good in that role. I love her. She's a character actress. I don't know what she's been in lately, but she was in that movie Black Widow. She's so good. She's so good in Black Widow. Did you ever see that movie with Deborah Winger? Are you answering me? She was so good in that. But anyway, she's in the back seat of this car, and the other woman, I can't remember what the other woman's name is. She's a famous character actress too, but she says, please, Sophie, don't lose it now. And she says, Sophie, Teresa Russell says, in case you didn't notice, I lost it a long time ago, or something like that. She's like, come on, let's not lose it now, or something. She's like, in case you didn't notice, I lost it a long time ago, or something. The stupid battery died on me, and then when I put it back in, I took a picture, and I'm like... Anyway, I'm like really close to Tanya Jeans too, so it's like, but I wanted to finish that. But anyway, it was like, that last 6 months for me was not good, you know? But like, there were years leading up, all the years leading up. I mean, there were good times, there were fun times, you know? But I used to say this a lot. It's like the party stopped, but I hadn't realized it. You know what I mean? Like at that time that I got sober, like most of my friends were not using the way that I was using. You know, most of my friends were getting ready to graduate from college, or were starting to like move and get serious jobs and stuff like that. But I could not function. I could not function. I think Tanya just called me. I could not function, you know, in any kind of capacity. So, yeah, it was bad. But I don't know, like tonight, I just was so peaceful and serene and sitting on that patio. It kind of reminded me of early sobriety. And I think maybe I needed that, you know? I think maybe I needed that moment to like just look at how grateful I am for my entire life and everything that I have in it, you know? And everything that I have today is all the result of my sobriety and my recovery. Everything that I have. Like, I mean, it comes first. Because if I'm not sober, I wouldn't be alive. I wouldn't have everything else that I have. So everything that I have, or everything that is in my life, or everything that I'm grateful for, from my house to my husband, you know, or my house to my food, to my relationship with my higher power God, to Tanya, to family, to friends, to a car to drive, to any YouTube, to you guys. Oh my God, it's out of focus. Has it been out of focus this whole time? Come on now. Anyway, everything that I have is a result of my sobriety. I mean, like, it is at the top of the pyramid, you know what I mean? Like, it is everything that I have. So, I don't know why it keeps going out of focus. But anyway, I'm close to Tanya Jeans, so I'm gonna get off here, and I will come back to finish up the vlog when I am done. So, I'll be back then. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I had such a great time with Tanya Jean. The gas station. She got licorice for Eric and a fountain pop. I'm still drinking my LaCroix. And then we drove around and talked for a little bit. I was gonna watch the Alienist season finale tonight. And then I was gonna watch Big Brother. And then I was gonna watch the last episode. I guess it was a series, I don't know, a finale of I'll Be Gone in the Dark. But I'm not really sure I'm in the mood to watch, like, TV tonight. Like, my eyes are kind of hurting. I kind of feel like just listening to an audiobook. It's cooled down a little bit. 70, I looked up a couple minutes ago, 78. Now it's 77. There's kind of like a nice breeze outside, though. I'm not ready for summer. I know we still have all of August. And in Indiana, like, September and October can still be warm. But I'm not ready for August, or I'm not ready for summer to be over. I'm not ready for August to be over, definitely. I think, like, if we could travel, maybe I wouldn't care so much, you know? Like, because we could go to Florida, or we could go to Las Vegas, or whatever. But, you know, being that that's not the case, it's like when summer's over, it's like, oh God. Back inside for, you know, another 4 or 5, 6 months. Seems kind of bizarre to me. I was like adding it up in my head. March, April, May, June, July. You know, it's kind of bizarre to me that we've been, like, doing this COVID thing. We've been, like, you know, basically, you can't, like, been restricted since March, 5 months. And I was talking to Alex about, I don't know, I think this was the other day when we were at the pool, I was talking to him about Ultra Music Festival, you know, is, like, in next March, but they would have to make a decision about it, I would think, in advance, because for ticket sales and stuff. And I'm like, I just don't see Ultra happening 2021 next year already, you know? Like, I just can't even imagine. Like, we're, what, you know, August, September, October, November, December, August, November, December. August, November, we're 5 months away from the new year, so August, November, December, August, November, December. Listen to me. I told you guys I'm horrible at math. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So we're 8 months away. I should have just known that. From Ultra Music Festival. But, like, we used to buy our tickets, like, in November and get our hotel and everything. So what? We're August, September, October, and we're 4 months away from that. Like, and people would buy their tickets, you know, a year in advance. But it's not just Ultra, you know, it's everything else. Coachella is supposed to happen in October. Did they close that down and cancel that already? I can't imagine. They can't be having Coachella in October. That can't be happening. I mean, that's right around the corner, right? And California is more on a lockdown than most places. So I can't imagine that would happen. just feel so peaceful and so serene, and, you know, talking about and remembering my early sobriety was like so great for me, and, you know, today, and I don't know, it was really, it just was so nice. I don't ever forget it, but it's not like it's a conscious thought, you know, all the time, like, what those early days were like, and what a real struggle it was, too, you know, just to not drink. You know, I think sometimes we get, like, you know, a couple years into sobriety, or 20 years, or 10 years, or even just, like, 2 or 3 years, you know, and you're like, okay, you gotta inventory this, and, you know, like, where's your spiritual foundation, and, you know, all this kind of stuff, but those early days are really just about hand to mouth, not like picking up a daily reprieve from drinking or drugging, of not using, you know? And that was it for me for a long time, you know? Was like, just not using for the day was like huge to me. And I can't ever forget that. You know, what a struggle that was. I think that's why when I was like in early sobriety, like, and I've heard a lot of people say this in leads and things, but like, maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Maybe I'll listen to a speaker lead. But, you know, like, when I would, that's like when somebody tells their story, you know, how they got sober. But you tell like what it was like, how you got here, and what it's like now. So you basically talk about like your using, or what the early days were like, or, you know, growing up or whatever, and then you talk about like getting sober, and then like how you got to this point, and then what your life looks like now. But like I was saying, I've heard a lot of people say this, but when I was in early sobriety, like, I really couldn't relate to the person that had 20 years, like, or to a person that had 25 years. It was just like, oh my God, you know, they were like, it's just kind of unbelievable, you know? But like the person that had like 60 days, I can remember like people having like 6 months. Like, I thought that was so long when I got sober. I was like, oh my God, like, I looked up to those people. I was like, they have 6 months. Like, that's such a huge deal, you know? And it is a big deal, you know? 5 days is a big deal. God, my first 5 days were hell in treatment, you know? I don't know. So I can get so emotional. I said that to Tanya, like Whitney Houston. I get so emotional, baby. But I can, thinking, you know, when somebody says, I have 10 days sober today, it's like, that's a miracle, you know? That's an absolute miracle. So, I actually think I'm going to get off here and listen to a lead, and because I'm feeling inspired tonight. So I think I'm going to do that and continue that track, and listening to something that will maybe like motivate me, and, you know, feeling so peaceful tonight. So I'm going to get off here and end this, have a short vlog tonight, and I don't really have tons to talk about anyway. So anyway, if you made it this far in the vlog and you enjoyed the vlog tonight, thank you for watching. Please give this video, if you liked this video and this vlog, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that like button. I sounded like a real YouTuber, didn't I? Hit that like button. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, unless you already have. And then please make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel, this one and all my other channels. I really appreciate it. My main channel, like, people are getting unsubscribed left and right. So please make sure that you're still subscribed to it. And, what else? And also, please leave a comment in the comment section below if you'd like to. If not, please maybe put a blue heart for the OG Wolf Pack. That's all of us over here that are just trying to get by one day at a time through kindness and compassion and love and understanding, and just trying to get by, you know, just trying to pay the rent and survive and have a good life, you know. I love that song, by the way. It's one of my favorite songs by, I think, One Republic. Isn't it called Good Life? I love that song. It always makes me think of my mom. I don't know why. And because she said that at the end, like she said something to that effect at the end of her life. I was bringing her home from a doctor's appointment. She said that. But anyway, she said, "Isn't life so beautiful?" or something like that. Followed by something to do with Strawberry Fields Forever, like the song. She was kind of in and out of it. I had taken her for some testing and stuff. It seems so bizarre. Anyway, I hope you guys, the things you remember, right? I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. Great start to your week. Amazing Monday, unless you have other plans. Like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Start something new today, a new movie or a new TV show or a new book. Or just try some new food that you haven't tried before. Or eat old food. Don't eat old food, but eat a food that you've liked for a long time. You know, one of your old favorites, I guess. But make sure it doesn't have any mold or anything on it. Not that kind of old food. And also do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and every single night and you tell yourself, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation like you are valuable, or you are beautiful, or you are talented, or you are pretty, or you are funny, or you are kind, or you are good. Whatever you want to believe about yourself, tell yourself that. And always start it with telling yourself, I love you. We need to embrace ourselves in love more, you know, so that we can give it to others. And every night before you go to bed, say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. And every day when you get up to yourself, say that, plus the following that you're going to say the night before as well. Today is going to be an amazing day. Today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I need to or want to. I'm going to spend time with family and friends if I can, and if I don't want to, or if I can't or I don't want to, then I'm going to spend some time with myself and learn to enjoy my own company or spend time with my fur babies, my pets. Just spend some time doing things I love. And if I have to work, I'm going to try to do so with a smile on my face and, you know, try to be a positive contribution to the world, or, you know, put positive contributions out there into the world and try to be positive and do good work with a smile on my face. When I'm not working, I'm going to try to do things that I love to do, like crocheting and quilting. It's kind of like hurting me to lean over like this, but I guess I kind of have to. Crocheting or quilting or gardening or cooking, you know, cooking your favorite meal or whatever you like to do, reading or canning fruits or making juices like my brother-in-law's girlfriend's doing, which I think is so cool. Whatever it is you want to do that you love to do, you know? I don't know. I want to try that, like, that thing that you get, like those diamond things that you take with that pen and you hit and it looks like you're cross-stitching or you're sewing or something, but it's not. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I think that looks so cool. I want to try that. I always love those craft projects that you see, like, in the craft aisles at, I go crazy in craft stores. Like, oh my God, like Michael's, I can't even go in there. I go crazy. I love them so much. And I end up buying all this kind of stuff that all these projects I'm going to start that I never end up doing. Tanya's the same way. She always wants to make things for people for Christmas. But anyway, do all those things, and, you know, if your day gets negative and you start getting, I don't know, if you start getting negative, you can start your day over whenever you want. Just like that. Just go walk in the other room and you can start your day over whenever you want. If you become a negative Nancy or a negative Norman or a sour Susan or a sour Steve or a mean Mary or a mean Martha or a mean Michael or a mean Mark, just start your day over whenever you want. Just say, you know what? I'm done being angry. I'm going to start my day over, or I'm just, maybe it's not that you're angry. Maybe it's just that you feel like the day is not going your way, and I'm going to start my day over. It really does work. Try it. And laugh at yourself and say, oh my God, you know what? Like, there are days for us to be seriously upset about, right? Things that happen but then there are things that we borrow we don't need to be upset about some of these things, you know? Each day that we wake up is a blessing. My old sponsor used to say to me, I think it was my old sponsor, said who was it that used to say it to me? I think it was this one guy that I used to know. He used to say to me, every day that you wake up and you're not 6 feet under is a good day to be alive, or is a blessing, or something like that. Lead with gratitude, you know. Live with gratitude in your heart. It really does make a difference. It really does. And if you struggle with that, try to find just one thing that you can be truly grateful for today. And I know that's hard. I know for some people it's really hard to find even just one thing to be grateful for. But if you can find one thing, then that can move into 2, and 2 can go to 3. You know, and then after a while, your eyes start opening up, and you see a lot of things that you're grateful for, and your perspective on life changes. Most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Just text them or call them up, and or write them a letter or a postcard. What was that song back in the day? Send a letter off. It was in that song. It was in that movie, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I can't remember. It was an old song. Do you remember that song? Somebody will know. Put it in the comment section below about write a letter to Maria or something like that. I can't remember who it was, but anyway. Or a postcard to, I think it was letter. And yeah, just make somebody's day. Just reach out to them. Maybe somebody you haven't talked to in a while, or somebody that you need to call, you know, grandma or grandpa or aunt, uncle, or somebody that's been a positive light in your life at a time, you know, just reach out to them. And it's really meant a lot to me when people have reached out to me, you know, since my back and leg have been hurting. It's really, really, I don't know, I felt so supportive and loved, and it really cheered me up. I don't know, it made me feel loved, you know. That's a strong power, to feel loved, you know. It's like, gosh, people really care about me, I guess, you know. It means a lot, you know. Like, my mother-in-law sent me like a really nice text, and she was, you know, I don't know, it just means a lot, you know. Especially when it's like just random and you don't expect it. So pick somebody out that you haven't talked to in a while and just send it out to them, like I always, you know, like I said. And like I always say, practice random acts of kindness, but like I also always say, don't tell anyone. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do because we want to put kindness, love, compassion, understanding, you know, out there in the world. Tolerance, I don't love that word, but tolerance, I guess. Love, lead with love. Learned that from that book, you know, what the 4 Agreements. I loved that, you know, that with everything you do, lead with love. And if you don't usually watch my Peterisms channel, please go watch my video that I did about it's called Just a Cup of Coffee. Not Just a Cup of Coffee, I called it. And because I told some recovery story in there. I talked about it over here too, so it'll be repetitive for people that have heard it. But if you haven't, you know, heard it, please go watch it. Or if you'd like to hear it again, please go watch it. It's about my dad, and I love my dad. And I love you guys. And thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. And of course, I had to do one more I love you. My voice tonight, I can't sing. One more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.